Hi. So this was our monthly tournament second Saturday today. Today it was 8:30, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 4:30, yeah, 8:30 p.m. Indian time, for London time. So I score. Uh, well, part of it is always due to luck. So, as I promised, Pradeep, let us discuss a few deals. I'll begin with deal one. So, I'll discuss two deals where I got less than 50% score and two deals where I got close to 100% score, and then the one deal where Binan deal number four, but we'll see that later. So, here comes the first one. It is loading the data. So on my table, it was 2 club, 5 club double. So I hope you can see this big mouse pointer. Uh, Two passes. Look at this robo hand. It is a 6-5-2 hand. Robo doesn't open two of a major with this hand. This doesn't really fit in its description because 5 cards in other major. It would be good to open this hand with something. If you have a system, it is advisable to open this, and if you don't, you have to take a call. If you open two spade, you might lose a good hard contact. Anyway, at our table, it went pass. I opened one diamond, standard, whatever. That's all one could open, and my LHO overcalled 2 club and my RHO simply jumped to 5 club. Now looking at club ace king and 2 kings, this is my point. I had to double. On a bad day, I would have lost 11 tricks, but turned out to be a good day. And the lead was a diamond, and I got king of diamonds, king of hearts, and 2 clubs for 2 down. So 300, I thought this might be a good score. I was playing from a mobile phone, so I didn't have a chance to check everything else. But later on, when I found that I just got 27%, I wondered why. So let me just check what happened at other tables. And you will see that at most tables played a spade contract. Where 5 club was played, it was 2 down for 300. but where a spade game was played, inevitably it made. Why? So that is something to do with the lead, and there is a bit of interesting thing to learn there. So let us check first where this went down. So it was 1 note from 2 hard 3 speed 4 speed, and the lead came from west hand, not from east hand. Once again, not didn't open 2 speed here, and west laid a spade, risky one, but that turned out to be a winning lead because once a club wide was visible in the dummy, east was not going to shift to a club. East duly shifted to diamond. What about low? At most tables, north got to conduct because either north opened 2 spade or it went like this, 1 diamond 2 spades. Now, what is the correct lead? Weak suit. In a suit contract, prefer not to lead that suit because very likely one of the declarer or a dummy is going to be short in that suit, if at all. So at most you will get one trick, maybe. You're not going to develop much through that. So try and lead a shorter suit in which you have more chances. So out here, if the bidding went 1 diamond 1 speed 2 speed 4 speed, let me see, in some cases where it went 2 spade by north and 4 spade, and where diamond suit was not bid by south. Diamond queen is a standout lead, not a club. Once partner bids 2 club, for example here, and you know 6-5 club fade, just a suit contract, there's little point in leading a club, best to lead a diamond. So that is the first deal I wanted to discuss, and because people did not find the diamond lead, contract often made, and at most tables it made 11 tricks, at some tables it made 10 tricks. So that is one deal where I got less than 50%, although my overall score was 75%. And this second deal is 2 note trump, played by Amrut Patwardhan. So it went 1 heart 1 note trump 2 diamond with 10.6 carded club. It is right to bid 2 note trump at match points. Could turn out very bad. You might lose a lot if especially there are many spade tricks to be lost, etc. This deal turned out to be very good for Patwardhan. He was south, and just 2 note trump either made or with over trick. You see, only 2 people played 2 note trump, and both 150. Those who did not play in note trumps, 3 heart, 2 heart, etc., they scored much less, and it was very difficult to defeat 2 note trump or even to restrict it. You will see why. So at my table, first of all, what do you lead against 2 note trump? 2 diamond. You prefer to lead a major suit against a note trump contract, typically, unless there is a very strong reason for not leading a major suit. Out here, there was no such reason, and obviously, leading from queen 10 of diamonds or king and 3 absolutely poor cards in hearts after heart was bid. So a spade was a standout lead, I would say. I laid a spade, and if you notice, declarer went up with spade ace. He quite rather quickly went up with spade ace and played a club. That was a very sort of that play came with a lot of conviction. So I could see that declarer had spade king and diamond ace for whatever he did, and he had to have club queen jack. So most likely declarer didn't have diamond king, and most likely declarer didn't have heart queen. So after winning club king, my choice was either to play diamond queen or play a small heart. Let us ask GIB, if I had played diamond queen, I would have been able to restrict the declarer to 2 note, as you can see, equal to. So if I play diamond queen, declarer has to duck, because otherwise you can lose 3 diamond tricks, 3 more diamond tricks, that is. And once it ducks, I can shift to a heart and we get 2 heart tricks. But of course, I didn't find would have been giving him 1 extra trick. So I played a heart and we restricted the declarer to 9 tricks, not to 8 tricks. But as it turned out, that was not a great score. It was less than 40%. So these were the 2 scores where I got less than 50%. As you can see, all other scores are more than 50%. We'll discuss the 100% scores. So this is 2 spade made 9 tricks. And why was it 100%? Was West here, Danny Sane, had a very difficult defense problem. And try to visualize this from West's angle. He opened 1 note trump. Now from bidding point of view, as you can see, when it went 1 note trump pass, is this a good bid? Is this a safe bid? Okay. This is not exactly a safe bid. It could turn out very, very bad. But remember, in match point, you have to think about what partner will lead. Very likely partner will come up with a heart lead, or once in a while a diamond lead. Now that will be a free finish to declarer. So just passing 1 note trump is a timid choice. Bidding 2 club here is risky, but probably a percentage choice, so that at least whatever happens, if partner is on lead, he will lead a spade if they find, let us say, a heart or diamond contract. And of course, if you get doubled into spade, so be it, you will get a bad score. So this 2 club bid is a risky bid, but it has its positive side. So I went for this 2 club, 2 diamond, 2 spade, pass. The lead was I won in hand. I played a heart. Was not bold enough to play 10 here. Of course, it wouldn't be a great play really. You don't want to put all eggs in that heart jack basket. I knew heart ace should be with West, so I played a small heart queen. What do I do next? Although I know club ace would be most likely with West, I said, okay, let me cash spade ace so that the defenders can't lock me in dummy next time, and play a club. Ace of clubs. And now this is really a difficult defense problem for West. What does he do? Because if I get in, I'm going to play a heart next, and I would have a jack of heart and a jack of club entry or queen of diamond entry. So the point is, before I release my heart tricks, it's a good idea to try and find where your tricks are. Now East is likely to have only 1 honor at the most, but how does West find out what East has? East could have queen jack of diamonds instead of king jack. Of course, queen of spade is unlikely to be with East, so it could be queen jack of diamond or king jack of diamond. Now what is a good option here? The small cards, remember, are not going to give you any suit preference or any kind of signal out here. West tried his best by playing queen of club and small club, but what would have worked better is a small diamond. They should have taken their 2 diamond tricks. But if you don't feel comfortable with playing a diamond away from ace, you could always try small club instead of playing club queen. If declarer misguesses, then you would actually be making a lot of tricks and you will almost be getting a top if declarer misguesses. If it doesn't misguess, you have control of all the side suits, and then you can decide what idea would have been a small club here instead of club queen. But as it happened, West played queen of clubs, and then on that clubs broke 3-3, and on the club I was able to discard a diamond. So in the end, I made 9 tricks for 100% score. And if you see what happened at other tables, probably not many must have bid on that one no trump. So let me check what happened at other table. As you can see, not many bid over one. So this is the kind of risk that you have to take. One person played into spade, made 8 tricks, so it went 1 no trump pass 2 spade. I suggest to you that there indeed is a risk associated with this bid, but it is a good percentage bid at match points, and you must actually try it. Okay. Now that is the third deal I wanted to discuss, and the fourth deal is in this deal I was able to make 12 tricks. So I'll show you how the play went. 2 spade pass, 3 no trump pass. At most table it would have been that. And West lead club. I don't particularly like that lead. Best to lead a major suit with 4 cards. Whatever you feel about the safety of that, you still will do better, because from bidding point of view, South always has to worry whether 4 heart would fetch more or 3 no trump if he has long hearts. It doesn't have such a worry with minor suit. So if at all he is likely to have any long suit, it would be a minor, not a major. So better to lead a heart. But he led a singleton club in dummy, and you don't have ace jack 10. And club 8 is clearly a top of nothing kind of lead. It is better not to cover. East covered, I won club ace. Now I wanted an entry in dummy, preferably late entry. I didn't want to play spade queen. So I played queen of heart. And Babu rightly ducked. Now at this point I should have cashed spade queen and played heart 10. Actually I had noticed a slight hesitation from Babua, so I certainly knew he had heart king, and of course if East had, East would have taken it anyway. But somehow I didn't play the queen of spade here. It was not a good play not to play that queen of spade, but I played 10 of heart, and this time West went with heart king. He could have played a heart here, and you can't really blame West for playing club after that king play. It could well be that East had king jack 10 or king jack 9 or whatever, and he could have got in and then played a diamond to relieve West. So maybe with that idea he played club 6, but that worked to my advantage, and I went for the moon sort of, and I simply cashed all spades, discarding 2 diamonds and 2 clubs. So that was 12 tricks and a 100% score. If you click on other tables, not many made that. Some played in 4 spade, and some made 11 tricks or 10 tricks in no trumps. It's not easy to make 12 tricks. You need a bit of cooperation from defense. I had that there, and although I made a slight error in not cashing spade queen, I still was able to make 2. And then one more hand is this. This 4 heart defense was simple, but I got a soft defense. This six diamond was a bit of an overreach by my opponents. This note drum, that is right. Now this is something I really would like to discuss, and I hope, I'm sure Patwardhan would be watching this, and there is a bit of learning here. So just see how the play went. Why did I get this high score? Most likely because others, instead of going to that other table, I'll just see what happened. One note drum. Now first thing is lead. Because the bidding was one note drum, two club, two diamond, three note drum, North knew that his partner had to have five spades. But remember, South did not open one spade, did not overcall two spade at favorable. So spade suit was unlikely to be suit. So although partner has a five card spade suit, this spade is a bit speculative lead. In fact, you almost know it is not the right lead. It would be good to lead either diamond. Heart, I'm not saying heart will work. Looking at all four hands, you know heart will work. But jack is a safer lead, better lead. But that is not the point I wanted to discuss. I wanted to discuss some other points. So small spade. And Patwardhan did not play king here. He could well have played king and shifted to some suit, but it would have been speculative. What suit does he shift to? He can't really safely shift to heart or a club or a diamond, anything. So he doesn't really know. So he decided not to win spade king. Not a bad decision. But now I had to enter dummy safely to play a club. So I played spade, found out about bad spade break, spade ace, and this is something that provides a bit of learning here. What card do you play? Know that you can't play away from your spade king. So all your small cards 10, 5, 3 are of equal value. You are not going to play away from it, right? So you can play 3, 5 or 10, and in good partnerships, this card will be treated as suit preference. So I would have played 10 of spades here. How would it help? You will see. So as it happened, South played small, I played a club, and North won with club queen. Let us ask GIB what happens if North shifts to heart. If he shifts to heart, I would go 3 down. Okay. Now, the way to tell North to shift to heart is to play 10 of spade on that ace of spades. So that would have simply killed my contract without much sweat. What happened? North did not know. So North shifted to jack of diamond. He probably should have laid it first. Had he laid jack of diamond, he would have shifted to a heart next time he came in, and he wouldn't have needed any kind of signaling. But even if he chose that spade lead, that signal is available where you can sort of get an idea of what to shift way to discuss. So how do you bid this one? So West opens one no trump. Sorry, we are discussing bidding. West opens one no trump. What should North do? You will notice that in most defensive systems against one no trump, the idea is not constructive. The idea is destructive. Sort of to try and disturb. For example, don't is disturb their no trump. This is a hand where you need a bit of constructive bidding. You can actually make 3 no trump here, 6 clubs and 2 hearts, a spade and a diamond, 10, and perhaps you can even make 11 tricks by hand finally and play on West, whatever he leads. So 3 no trump by South would have been a good contract. How do you bid that? For example, 1 no trump double, if East West have a good escape mechanism. They could end up playing into spade. But the worst risk actually in what South could do over this double. South could as well pass if this spade is where, let us say, heart king or club king or diamond king or anything like that. South would have no reason to bid with 8 points and a balanced hand, and that would get pass, and declarer could easily get 5 plus 1 6 tricks. So instead of a game, you would get maybe 200, or you would even lose 180. So what is the right way to bid? Those who play, say, don't one note from 2 club shows club at other suit would have a better time. But what is the guarantee that partner will bid on it? No guarantee really. So there is no convenient bidding method over one note drum that will see you through this difficult hand, as far as I know. But of course, you could always design some better methods, and you could also improvise. You could bid one note drum, 2 note drum to show minors, and partner will be forced to bid something. If it is partner to sort of bid 3 note drum with spade check, or revert to 4 club if he has a poor hand. So that is possible. But what do you do if you bid 2 note drum over 1 note drum and partner bids 3 diamond? You will likely have. So there is no good solution. There is nothing that will always work. So I guess this bidding is extremely difficult. But now look at what the robo does. One note drum double pass is almost pass from South is almost a normal thing. What should he lead? The robo leads a small diamond. Clearly not the correct thing to do with the ace of heart, there, club ace and club queen is right. What happens after that diamond ace? I'm seeing at this almost Yarborough in East End. I don't know what to shift to. Should I shift to heart? Should I shift to club? Or should I shift to even small spade? I don't know. West could even have queen small of spade, or queen jack of spade, or whatever. And there is no way of knowing. I can't really shift to a club. Very difficult to shift to a club. The correct lead here is club ace and queen of clubs. But of course, these robos, as I always say, are not programmed well. Both lot of money. If some IITians want that kind of robo, we can field the robo in World Championship. But I'll need a lot of support from you guys for that kind of effort. I'll leave you with that thought, and I'll stop for now. I hope you have enjoyed playing this tournament. Once again, thanks to Pradeep and Amitabh for having this platform where we can gather and play amongst IITians. Thanks for joining. Bye.